Yes.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I know that at the beginning it is because of some hormones in your brain and your body,
Mm-hmm.
but after that, if you still feel the love in your
Mm-hmm.
life, it is just because of the experience that you have and the behavior that you have with each other. But I think that after long term, in long term, uh, it is completely kind of having depend or something that you used to,
Yes,
because your routine and your lifestyle is really synced with someone else.
yes,
And uh, I hear that some of the people hate this situation because they think that it is just something that you used to.
mm-hmm.
But for me, it is not a bad thing because you build a new life and both of uh, both of the side used to this situation, and it is
Yes,
completely beautiful.
yes, it's very beautiful, but I think we can have a kind of love. I mean that there is a between like and like. We talked about like and love. There is a difference between like and love, and also it was a question for me that do we have a deep love in our human's life, or we just want to say that we love each other? It is very important.
um oh, I know that there is another measurement
Mm-hmm.
called demisexuality, I guess,
Yes.
and uh, it is a kind of measurement that say that some of the people can
Mm-hmm.
be with another person
Yes.
sexually when
Yes.
they just like them instead
Mm-hmm.
of love. And for some of the people that have more demisexuality,
Mm-hmm.
they just can be with someone sexually when they have in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, these measurements suggest that if you uh, have less demisexuality,
Mm-hmm.
please do not involve in any relation or marriage because you cannot stay.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, it can depends because of your culture and the environment that you grow. But at the end, there is no difference because you can test it in with some psychologists, and after that, you can decide about your marriage status and being
Mm-hmm.
in a relation. So I think that's the problem is because of that some of the people try to be in a marriage or in relation without any demisexuality, and
Mm-hmm.
it cause lots of problem for other sides.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain homosexuality? What do you mean exactly?
As far as I know, the sexuality created in three different parts,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them is about your identity, some of them is about your uh, physical aspect of your sexuality, and the last one is about your گرایش نمیدونم چی میشه
So attractions.
attractions, and the combination of these three parts make your sexuality, and um, the demisexuality is some of the measurement in the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And when you visit a psychologist, they try to draw a graph about these three aspects to
Mm-hmm.
find your status. And I think that it can be helpful and important to know about these three aspects because if you know about yourself, you can decide more to define your goals and the ways that you want to have in your life more carefully and more smarter.
Mhm. Actually, want to ask you about, do you think that the kind of happening in our brain, the most important one is that after a kind of relationship, you can see that the people are charming with good energy and they can spend their time more with others, and also has got a good concentrate on your task, and you can do your task easier than for example a few days ago. What about you? Do you think that the kind of relationship that you have got with Arash, it is a kind of helpful part, and in which task you could handle everything?
Uh, it is very complicated to say, but um, I think that for me,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm kind of person that I really like to be in a relation, because it is very hard for me to meet new persons every
Mm-hmm.
day, like
Uh-huh.
some people.
Yes.
So I really like to trust to anyone, to someone that uh, I like him and love him. So um,
Well,
I really think that if it is just for me, but when I am in a relation and feel this love, I can it can boost me to do other tasks very carefully and better.
mm-hmm.
زبانم کرد یه لحظه.
That's okay, no problem. That's okay.
And, uh, but I know that uh, it can be different for other people's because it is I think that the sexuality is very complicated and it is not as simple as um, the other people think.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Of
But
course, when you're talking about the attractions and identity, I can understand that somehow it is hard for some people to get the sexuality and understand it. But it is my kind of always questions that what kind of relationships will be continued, um, that is necessary to respect those relationships. I mean, what kind of things will help us to continue our relationship?
um, it's also complicated, but I know that for most of the people, and I can say that all of the people,
Yes.
uh, we have lots of difference, and it's very normal. And uh, the things that can help your relation to be continued
Mm-hmm.
is that you need to forget about something. You
Mm-hmm.
need to give a space to
Mm-hmm.
other other side to do something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, this feeling that you can feel that uh, he is angry or have
Mm-hmm.
some feelings that
Mm-hmm.
uh, he need to handle it.
Yes.
It is necessary because all of the people have different feelings
Mm-hmm.
um, and and at least the half of them are bad feelings, and
Mm-hmm.
you can do different things about it, but most of the time you need to care other side in this situation because he need to handle it lonely or with your hair, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no other options, and the relation is not about just good situation and good feelings.
Mm-hmm.
uh, so I think that the second option can be that a safe space that you created for each other
Mm-hmm.
to talk about the feelings and the things that they experience every day,
Mm-hmm.
and the things that they cannot speak about them with other people's, and
Uh-huh.
just be handled with you and your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it is the third things that I can say that is it is very useful for me. We never talk about each other with other persons in good feelings and bad feelings, because most of the people, uh, other people cannot help you and cannot even understand you, and they
Mm-hmm.
just try to give you some advices that they are not good and useful for you.
Mm-hmm.
And, it is very common that you forgot something, but the other people do not didn't, and they uh, talk about the things that you experienced in your life with with other people, and
Mm-hmm.
after they destroy your life.
Uh-huh. So it means that whenever you have got an argument or kind of problems, we never ever talk about our problems to anyone because it is not helpful and they do not help us at all. Yes.
Yes,
Mm. I
they're
really
not happy
confirm it
with
too.
your,
No.
they're not happy with your comfort, uh,
Yes.
uh, and they are your friends, your family, or any other people that are related to you. So
Mm-hmm.
in the best scenario, they just try to give you something that make you happy instead
Mm-hmm.
of giving you something that can helpful for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I really agree with you that in some situations, because of some kind of opinions and beliefs, they don't want to. They do not want your relationship continues well. I don't know why, but it's we have got it. This kind of unfortunately behavior from your friends, maybe from the kind of persons around you. I wanted to ask you about, now if about the 6 minutes. I didn't ask you, what did they talk about, the kind of happening on our brain when we fell in love.
First of all, uh, they say a question
Mm-hmm.
that's about the type of the reaction of the body when you
Mm-hmm.
feel love,
Mm-hmm.
and they think lots of options about the answers, but the true one is about some hormones that make the heartbeat in both sides in some harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of beautiful.
Really?
And, and after that, they try to introduce the hormones that are affected in love situations when you feel love, and the order of them, and um, the effect of them in your love period.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I know that about these hormones before, but it was a reason for us to talk about them in this lesson.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So we have got some kind of hormones that really help us to improve our relationship. I mean that it is very common between men, specifically when they are starting a relationship with a girl, with a woman. Yes, the feelings shows that the person has got energy, but when you deep in his life, you can understand after a while um, he's not very good. He's not very okay. Uh, I mean that maybe this kind of relationship is getting used to, or is used to for that person. Um, we know the most interesting. I mean that two gender, male or female, can do for each other at the beginning of any relationship. What do you think could be for each other at the
Um,
beginning? Mm,
I think that there is some difference with the point of view of any gender because uh, we have different cycle of hormones.
mm-hmm,
We know that any woman have feelings of changing the hormones
mm-hmm.
in a month, and
Yes,
because of that, the feeling of them are changing
yes,
continuously, but it is
yes.
not about a month. But I think I this is a kind of things that I really research about them.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, there are two things that stop feeling love and sexual feelings about someone else,
yes.
and it's these two things can prevent you to uh, having with love with
Mm-hmm.
someone else.
Yes.
The first of us is feeling of motherhood.
Yeah.
If someone acts as your mom for you, you cannot feel love and sexual things about him, about
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And there is very common issue in Iran, and most of the men get married with someone and uh, hold him in home and ask him to
Yes.
be uh, their second mom. And
Yes.
after that, they cannot feel any sexual things with her and looking for sexual meetings outside of the home. And
Uh-huh.
the second one is about to being illness about someone. If your partner have some illness, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot have any sexual things with her
Yes.
because he needs some care
Uh-huh.
from you, and uh, it is kind of protection that your brain have.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I think that um, this feeling that you used to marriage or used to your partner most of the time is because of the first things that I said.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yes.
you have some energy at the first because you have some challenging things you have
Yes.
introducing, you have uh, you want to uh, achieve your goal, you want
Mm-hmm.
to uh, do something that have entrepreneur or have it is challenging,
Yes.
and because of that you can feel sexual things in
Mm-hmm.
your relation. But after a while it becomes your mother and, and because of that you cannot feel anything about her.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Becomes your mother. It's very interesting sentences. Why?
I
Why?
don't know, but
Mm,
most of us know that in Iranian families
mm-hmm.
there is a strong relation between the mother and the son.
Mm-hmm.
And if the mothers didn't feel the love from the father of
Mm-hmm.
the family,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they try to get these feelings from her son.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, these sons used to have some mothers to give them love, and you hear that most of the boys in Iran say that we love our mother, but they hate the other girls. It is very
Mm-hmm.
weird, but it is because of this situation in Iranian families, and we lost the balance at the end, to clearly say.
So do you believe in that it is exist between, for example, any kind of relationship?
In most of the relationship in Iran, we can see that situation.
Uh-huh.
They marry to someone to hold him in house and go outside for sexual meetings.
Mhm. And I mean that when you talk about their moms, boys, and I'm sorry, boys' mom. Sorry, boys' moms. You can understand. It is necessary that we must know that this is the first love of the son that they have got, and then when see another year in their life, it's
Mm,
going to be second. After a while, it's kind of jealousy happening between them. Is that true? That, for example, you can see that the mom wants her son for herself.
yes,
Apart from that, we can see the expectations, like, for example, she as a girl, as a partner, wants the boy for herself. It is in this situation, it's complicated relationship happening.
competition between the girls and the son's mother.
Yes, and I think not anyone, even abroad, you can see that the people are trying to have the son for themselves, have the boy for themselves. It is necessary that, we must see this kind of high um, kind of, we can say, that type of relationship in a very high point of connections between genders. In some situations, I can see that we must respect each other, unless we can see some kind of problems that maybe in future we will hurt us, and it is hurtful for any kind of relationship. And it is very common that when, for example, you have got the boy in your house and you want him for yourself, and you do not want, or you do not let him to visit, or just kind of relationship calling his mom, or visiting her. It is natural, but if you just cannot control that, it's getting further more worse and worse, and you cannot control it anymore.
Yes, I completely agree. And I
Uh,
think that I hear from Sigmund Freud that he said that the first love of each boy and each girl is his families and their
yes,
family. And
yes.
I know that it is a normal situation, and we all love our families in every situation. And
Mm-hmm.
can feel this situation uh, whenever, even when they are not a good family.
Uh-huh.
We, but in a bad culture, it
Yes,
can be cause boosting the situation. And
yes,
when, for example, boys get married with someone,
yes,
the mother of the family feel dangerous
yes,
because uh, there is no one else to be instead of his husband.
Mm-hmm.
And this problem is because of that the mother of the family replaced the father with his son,
Mm-hmm.
and because of these situations, they feel the dangerous, so they start a competition with the new girls that came to the family.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we cannot control it. I mean, the main problem that we have got nowadays, we cannot control our relationship. We do not know how to control them. It is very important to know that how we can control our relationship, how we can respect each other in a relationship. In some situations that you can see that it is hard for some people to understand the situation. Specifically when you are in a relationship with someone, you expect that everything must be okay, but in totally naturally it mustn't be and it won't be. You cannot expect that. Because of that you get down and you feel depressed in some kind of relationship and you do not want to continue anymore.
I,
We undoubtedly we can accept this situation or we cannot. Yeah. Yes.
I think starting a new relation is a completely random things because you didn't know other peoples
Mm-hmm.
before.
Huh?
So it is very normal to have lots of problem in starting a new relation. So it's better to uh, use this trying why
Mm-hmm.
before start your relation. So there is a while to be informed about each other without any, the relation have some situation that you need to control each other. But in trying while you can just introduce yourself and be
Mm-hmm.
informed of the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So in this safe while you can do lots of things,
Mm-hmm.
expect sexual things,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that most of the time I really try to control myself instead of other persons, because I can just do my best and um, try to control myself, and after that I see the result. If something is okay, so I can continue the relation, and on the other side you can leave the relation. So uh, I'm not like other Iranian people because they really depends on the relation that they have emotionally and even financially.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I I really try to do not spend lots of money in relation to change the relation to a good one. And if I lost some relation, I really it is really hurtful for me, but it cannot destroy my life. I really try to improve myself instead of others.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Naturally, it is out of control because of the behavior is coming unpredictable. Some of the behavior is obvious that they do not want to accept you. It is obvious that in our society, some of the behaviors is obvious, unpredictable, and they just acting as like as maybe the society do not want or doesn't want to accept it.
And in lots of scenarios, it is not because of the person that you are in relation with. It is
Hmm.
because of something that you cannot control it,
Yes.
and the situation can be changed in your life really easily.
Hmm.
Sometimes you lost your partner because of they cannot. he can die even
Mm-hmm.
uh, in a second, and if you depend a lot all of your life in this relation, it can be destroyed in a second. And it is better to depend on yourself
Mm-hmm.
and just try to do your best whenever you can.
Paria, the most problems that we have got in our society that nowadays it is better than before, but it is still we have got this kind of problem. That I mean, in my opinion, the first of all, the first things that must all the youngers must do it is to be independent. It is another problem that we have. We can see that as like as you that you have got a house, you're living by yourself and with your partner, they do not have a house, they do not want to show their effort, and struggling even to save some money. And if they can, it is impossible to say that no, we cannot, because renting house is very expensive in our city in Tehran. No, you cannot find. No, I think it's a kind of excuse that you can make it up very clearly and without any hesitation. It is wrong. So the first things that the family, specifically for years, doesn't let them to be independent. And if they want to live with someone before getting married, it's a kind of taboo for many, many, many relationship. I mean that they do not want to accept this. They said that, oh wow, if I want to let some kind of men enter to my house, enter to my life, what should I do next? Maybe one time, one day, the boy will leave me, and what should what? There is no any answer for me to give it to my family. The big problem nowadays we have got it. I always tell to anyone that if you want to get married, if you fall in love in a relationship with anyone, you must firstly live with each other, live together for a period of time, and then get married. Because
Agreed.
of yes, you can see the problems. Yes, it is your sentence. You can talk. Yes.
I just said I agree.
And I mean, why they do not accept? Because of the responsibility. It is obvious that if I just let, for example, maybe if I let, myself or the person in front of me to stay together and live together without getting married, without any sending and receiving rings, what should I do? For example, I will lose everything in my life. Maybe the person in front of me cannot take the responsibility. What should I do? We can see, the problems maybe, but if the person wants to live with you, definitely will take the responsibility, because it's a real life. It is not a show off. It is not just going to coffee shop and those kind of things. Yes.
Let me tell a true story. When I was with my family, there was other rich family that I have a friend in there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a really rich family, and they have two or three company, I guess. And uh, their boys was my friend, and sometimes I remember that he said that I wanna to be get married to someone that that here is in another rich family, because I need to leave my family, and they do not let me, and they just planning to have a fake marriage
Mm-hmm.
to give some money from their families, and after that they did divorce after a year to uh, have ability to leave their families with some money, and
I,
they do
it
not
was a
like each other.
oh, oh, oh.
They
And it was
just
a
want to
plan.
their family, and it was a technique to give some money and left their families with this money.
It is terrible, everybody knows that these kind of things. It means that it's stealing something from your parents, that you know that, so you see that they do not want to spend their money for you. Because of that, you make a plan for them to robbing their pockets. Uh, yes, we have got this kind of, unfortunately, with this kind of relationship in our society. But uh, I mean that we must let each other to know each other. We must let our brain to make some kind of functionality, have a functionality in our brain. It is necessary when it happens, when you live together. Right now, you just have got this time to yourself and Arash to know each other by just going out, going to coffee shop, I don't know, even traveling. You cannot understand, you cannot get some negative parts of Arash. Yes. Just what did you say?
Traveling 2 times
Hmm.
because
You,
because it is kind of situation that you show up your real personality
yes,
in hard situations, in
yes.
when you do not have enough money, and
Hmm.
it is very necessary to see the other side in hard situations, because in good situation all of the people are happy and very kind,
Yes,
but
yes,
when they do not have enough money, or they are tired, or lots of
yes,
other bad scenarios, they can show their real personality.
yes, yes. When you just live with Arash, you saw him that he came to house very exhausted. Even he didn't talk to you. He didn't want to talk to you for a moment. You saw him his anger. You saw him his stress. You saw him he's cheap. He's generous. All the things you saw him, because you live with him in a moment, in a second, you felt his breath in your house. So in his up and down of your life, step by step, you can understand this person is suitable for you or not. And you are an adult person. Love is important, but we must be logical. In some situations, when we cannot understand each other, we must say goodbye, because this kind of relationship will hurt us. The most other important things that I can see these days between teenagers and youngers, that when they break in a relationship, they get depressed. They just have got some unnatural behavior. I do not mean that it is not okay, it mustn't be, but we must be honest to each other that some kind of behaviors and also natural attractions in a relationship, it doesn't exist for some people. And you must be careful and pay attention that some of the relationships maybe in future won't go in a very good way. Um, it's natural. But
I
in
s-
one, oh, yes, yes, yes.
Excuse me.
No,
I
that's
saw
okay.
it a few days ago, and he has a relation for just 1 week with someone, and after that they broke their relation. And he was very angry and said that all of the boys are bad and they cannot handle the relation. And I was thinking that I thought that there is no relation in just 1 week.
Yes,
You are not just you just introduce yourself and have some
yes,
calls with each other, and it is not relation.
yes.
It is very
It is. It
weird
is not
for
a
me.
relationship. Yes,
Well,
exactly. You must tell that, to yourself. Are you ready for a relationship, or you are? It is too soon for you, and you are a child for starting a relationship. Some kind of relatives and families are really worried about their children. That they honestly, it is true. It's the fact that they must be worried about their children. That why what happened if, for example, my daughter, our son, starting a relationship and get hurt, and what should we do exactly? In my opinion, you must let your children to break. If you just let your them to be stand up by yourself, it's a big mistake. In my opinion, you mustn't tell them exactly. You mustn't start a relationship, or you are unable to live with that person, because they're adult enough. And it is not a culture in Iran, I think, Perry, and it takes time. Yes, do you think it is true? It takes time.
Yes, and you really need to practice before a real competition. And it is very weird for me to hear lots of things about the relation in Iran. And I know some of the uh, boys that interested to be with relation, to be in relation with someone that are just 18, and uh, they always talk about the problems in their relations. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that it is just a 18 years old person.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect from someone with this old? This is
Uh-huh.
very
Yeah.
weird.
Yes, yes, exactly. But they really want them. It is natural these days between girls and boys that they want to have a relationship with someone that is really, really, really older than them. But I do not want to know that why. I cannot
As far as
understand
I
why.
know, as far as I know, it is not very common West, in West countries.
Yes.
But uh, in Iran, they heard about something, and suddenly all of the countries switch to something else, and it will trend in the country. And I think, as far as I know, talking about something like sugar daddy and sugar mommy in the West is a
Mhm.
very weird thing, and it can really destroy your personality in your work and your friends. But nowadays, it is very trendy in Iran, and all of the good people of the Irans looking for someone old.
Yes. And it is routine nowadays. I mean that it is not kind of we must take it serious, because as I can see that our society is going to be down, and we cannot find a good way for that, because the society and the people wants it to be like that. No one wants to change it. It is natural. It's a fact that they really like to continue this relationship. Why should I spend my life with someone that she's older than me, more than, for example, 10, 20 years? Why?
Uh,
There
I
is some mistakes, huh? Yes,
I
yes.
remember that we talk about this way that Iranian people are looking for an opportunity to be succeed,
Yes.
and being relation with a rich man or rich woman can be an opportunity for someone to change their life.
Mm-hmm.
So it is I think that there are both same things, because it is kind of opportunity and something to be used
Yeah.
by by a younger person to
Mm-hmm.
change their without any working and doing hard things.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. It is very challenging, with this form of the situations that we have got in our society. Apart from many problems that we have got, I cannot understand why the people want to continue these relationships. The kind of gap for 20, 25 years, maybe 30 years, how we can fill in the gaps. I'm not sure, you know. In my opinion, it is very hard. I don't know, maybe they can, but I think it's impossible. Great. Yes, you want to say something?
Oh, no.
That's all right. That's okay. Thank you. It was great talking to you. And do you know the topic for next session that is tomorrow?
You sent me before.
Yes, that is exactly cultural diversity and inclusion. Um, did you watch this movie, Why Cultural Diversity Matters, or you didn't have time to?
I saw the article, but didn't saw
Um,
the
didn't
video
watch.
yet.
That's okay. You haven't watched it yet. Thank you so much. Please, if you have got the time, watch it and give me your opinion. And thank you so much for coming to class and have a great time.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.